true story. In the mid-90s, I had been on probation. I was living in San Diego at the time, and I ended up, I had been in a car accident, and I could no longer meet my probation requirements, so I went to go see the judge and tell him, my position, and just to see if I could just go ahead and do the time. They were fine with that. I ended up getting sentenced to 45 days. So, of course, this was in the El Cajon jail, or the El Cajon court. Of course, you end up going through processing there at the El Cajon jail, and then, of course, they send you downtown to C Street, where you're booked, and then they mail you off to the next jail, and it happened, I went to George Bailey on this particular time. So I'm at George Bailey, and they actually put me in the psych tank with all the other crazy people. And while I was there, my bunkmate was the Easter Bunny Bandit. The night that I got to George Bailey was the night of the tank rampage, So it was, I guess, that was 95, 96, somewhere in there. And anyway, we had a guy who was from one of them European countries. I think he was from Czechoslovakia, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But he was a gypsy, and of course he had been caught stealing and all this. Well, we were all talking, and actually this time in jail was, it was like summer camp, I'm telling you. But somehow the conversation got turned to streaking, okay? He had never heard of streaking, never, just, I guess something they never talked about or did, I've never done it myself, but I remember watching games and shit like that where somebody ended up streaking. So we're all sitting there, and he's deciding he's going to streak. Now, we're not in lockdown, but we're all in our dorms, and we're not allowed to leave our dorm. I doubt too many of you have been to George Bailey, but I was in, I think it was C block or something, and basically what you have is 4 dorm rooms, 2 stacked on top of each other. You have, and there's about, I'd say 30 to 50 guys in each dorm room. So you have, roughly 200 people in there, in the whole our little quad area. So they're calling at 9 o'clock, they turn the lights out in the dorms, but the lights in the little courtyard area there are still on. So this guy, he sheds his clothes, and we got him a paper bag to put over his head. And he goes and he runs out and runs all the way around the quad. Well, the cops, or, the deputies, they've got this viewing area where they can look over the whole thing. It's kind of a triangle looking thing, and they're like at the center so they can see everything. So they see this guy, he comes running out, runs all around the thing, and you hear all the guys in all the dorm rooms laughing and screaming and shit. It was freaking hilarious. So we all got a good laugh out of that. We're all sitting there talking and chilling out, and about 5 minutes later, here comes the brute squad, and the sting balls and all this and everything, screaming for everybody to get down, face the walls and all this shit. So everybody's laying down facing the walls, and they're going through all the dorms, or actually, I think they just raided our dorm, and they're looking for something. And they start asking questions, what was this guy doing? Is he okay? Who was he? All this. And they say, yeah, everybody tells me it was just this guy right here, he was just streaking, Well, they rushed out because they thought some dude was getting raped, so. But, yeah, it was funny. It was like summer camp. So that was my first time doing actual time. So it was fun. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Laters.